Alright, another day. Just got down to the oval once again. Practice makes perfect. Today, I'm just going to shoot 70 metres again. Let's get into it.
Are you spotting me or am I spotting you? Can you do that?
Yep.
Then you should be loading up though while I'm shooting, because then you're not spotting, and that's what Brian will say.
Yep.
But you're loading up, you're not looking at him.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Saw that hit. Low right.
Oh, 10.
I didn't see that. Oh, it's the shadow. Oh, the shadow I saw. Man, 5 points at the end's the difference between 65 and 70.
Yep.
To go 110. Every point counts. Every point is precious.
That's it.
Look at this, is a man. What was that movie called with Anthony Hopkins in it? 5 o'clock Charlie. It's a Spitfire.
Alright, just finished 70, shooting a lot better today. I think I got 338. Gonna go for a quick drink and then shoot 50 meters with Greg. Alright, so now we're gonna do 50 meters on an 80 centimeter face like they do in the World Championship. So let's see how we score there. Got the fucking low flinches. thing, and God, I'm getting hooked on it. It's so interesting, all the crazy shit that's that old.
Chimpanzees, right? They have this screen, and like there's 64 numbers on there, like 1, 2, 8 by 8, you know, like Keno. And they go, boom, 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 and then they disappear, and it just hits them all in order,
that quick.
just like that. They just started off with one dung, right? 1 7, and turned it off, and it went 1 7. Good boy, reward.
Yeah.
But they just how fast they do it.
Yeah.
It'll go diddle, and then I'll just hit them all in order.
And get up to like 10.
I don't know. You have to look,
few.
but it could be even more. But they just do it instantly.
That's interesting, eh?
Instant and fast, like, you know what I mean? It's like.
Did you know they found new pyramids off Croatia?
Really?
In the sea.
Yeah.
And just off the coast, underneath the water.
Really?
And Russia won't let anyone go near it. They've got all their ships parked above it, and so no one can get close to these underwater pyramids that have just been discovered.
Things are coming to light.
So,
you know why they're underwater, don't you?
Because the waters rose 10,000 years ago.
No, they didn't. There was a flood.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, yeah.
It wasn't 10,000 years ago. It was the time of Noah.
Okay, fair enough. But there was a...
That's why the only thing left was the pyramids on land. Everything else was washed away because of the way they were built. They didn't wash away. But you know the Valley of the Kings, which is near the pyramids.
Yep.
Everything in there was filled with sand. Like they had to actually dig out because the water washed all the sand into the whole tombs and everything. So they had to dig through every doorway to every cabin to everything because the water washed it through.
The Sphinx was buried too.
Yeah.
If you look at 1930 pictures of the Sphinx, the sand's up to its shoulders.
It was all buried in sand because the water washed it that way.
Through.
And every civilization that was separated from each other has a flood story.
Yeah. That's
They don't say there wasn't a flood because they all talk about it. The same way you may notice in your studies that every civilization had the same designation for the stars. So they all got it from one source originally.
Yes.
Because they all call the stars the same thing.
And they all must have been talking at one point.
At one point, they came from one source.
Yep, so they had mass communication like we did at one point.
Or they were all one tribe originally and spread out.
Maybe that too.
Well,
but they definitely had some sort of high technology because you see these fucking bricks that have been built.
Oh, but we couldn't do it today. We could not build them today. Those Mayan and Aztec ones.
Yep, well, it's the Russian ones, the biggest that no one talks about.
Oh, I have to look that up on the internet. Is
bricks,
there much information?
A little bit, but there's bricks as big as houses, not just pyramid size. Because you know the pyramid bricks are massive. Like these are talking 2,000 or 3,000 tons each, these Russian ones, and the walls are like way higher than the trees, like just giant big fucking walls.
Wow, it's all possible because you know who built them? Giants.
That's true.
You go and look at the giants.
I have looked up at
people,
that. There's
people go, no. But listen, when you go to the pyramids themselves and you see the carvings, there's people this big with this little people sitting on their knees, and you go, no, it's not. No, it is. That's how big they were. That's how big they were.
I've seen that too, and you hear about them. They found them in America.
Yeah, of course they did.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
The Grand Canyon's full of
giant's bones.
Yep.
But the Smithsonian Institute takes them. They went around all America and took every giant thing out of every private collection, out of every public collection, and they took it and put it away. Down in Peru, they don't do that, and they've got these skulls,
I've seen
and they go back like that.
Elongated skulls.
Elongated skulls. But do you remember that the hats that the Egyptians wore went right back like that, with the flat tops?
So they were just covering the long skulls.
And the skulls, which anyone can go and see, only have 2 plates in their head. They're not human. Because we have 3 plates in our head. They only had 2.
Of course, there was people that stretched the skull out though.
But they were copying them because they wanted to be like the gods.
That's it. And if you get a crushed one, like a manipulated one, and
it's still got the 3 plates.
And the volume size. So the volume of my skull and their skull.
You have looked into it.
Is exactly the same, but the volume of an elongated skull is
bigger.
Way bigger.
Bigger, that is correct.
And they had all red hair. They were
Yes,
all
a lot of them had red hair.
Crazy.
There's stories everywhere. People don't want to listen to it.
There's a dude named Brian Forrester on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen him, but he's the elongated skull specialist. And he just lives in Peru, taking you all around to the different Peru sites. And like his videos are just awesome. You watch him and he's like, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? You know the guy I'm talking about?
Probably, because I've looked at it all.
Yeah. Well, if you see Brian Foster, look into his videos, because they're super interesting, all his ones, because he's right into all the prehistoric, you know, before man, that they didn't get it. And his theory is that all the Incas and that, they just discovered it and they built on top of the megalithic stuff. So if you go, he like goes, look at this wall and look at this wall, and they're right next to each other, but the grades of quality are just you can't say they're similar.
Well, there could be, because before the flood and after the flood.
That's it. And then he reckons that the Mayans and that discovered it. And he's not saying they're the bad builders. He was saying like they're really good at, you know, they've done shitloads, but you can see the difference.
The difference in when the second group came there was a second group. That's right. And but there was some explorer, Spaniard, that turned up on the shore, and you know how they have a log and they write everything in the log, and he said there were giants on the beach.
Yeah, right.
But they were like 30 foot tall. They weren't like, he said they were enormous.
Massive.
They were all male, and they would have these outrageous parties and sodomise each other. And
oh really?
Oh yeah,
this
they were out of control.
Said.
Yeah, because there was no females amongst them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Crazy, because I've never heard any stories about it. About people who've seen him.
There's all these little things. They all add up.
Everywhere,
you know, no one's gone back 1500 like to the 1500s when the Spaniards first sailed in there and falsified documents.
That's true. Yeah.
All people do is, oh no, we can't believe that, so we'll just move that to the side.
Yeah. So you got to find it before it gets pushed to the side.
Yeah.
Find the people that have still got it and still put
it
out.
But now what they do is the best way, because everybody can know everything now on the internet, right? The best way to bury a story is covered in crap. The best way to discover the truth is to go, right. No, I've seen the doctored photos of giants, it's all rubbish. No, it's not. They were actually true, but the people who don't want you to know about it put all this crap in on top.
Right.
And then, you know, then it's 80% crap, 20% true, and then people can't make up what's crap, what's not. Oh, if they're crap, then they're crap as well. The whole thing's crap. And that's what they do, they bury the truth. But the US has been doing that for, you know, if they kill Kennedy, they make up 5 more conspiracy theories. So no one's going to believe the truth. Yeah. Because that's how they do it. Yeah. What's it called? Anti-information. It's called anti-dissemination of information, like putting out false information to make the truth. Yeah. Which you can't hide. You can't hide the truth, but you can bury it.
Yeah. You can just make it seem
fake.
You
ridiculous.
Can make it seem
right. And we think because we've got computers that we know everything.
Yeah.
You know, there couldn't be any civilization better than us.
Yeah.
Philosophy hit all 10s.
Okay, finished the 50 and blew it. I think I worked out what my problem is. So I think my release hand is having a lot of tension, because if you watch the movies, when I finish, my wrist is all curled up like a motherfucker. So I've got to stop doing that. And at the 70 I shot a lot better because I was letting the pin settle a lot, and I was taking my time with each shot. I was making sure that I hit the center, I'd sit on the center, and then I'd make sure I'd wait for a couple of seconds before I'd start my shot process. That seems to be a lot better. That's the new thing. Routine is to really let that pin settle in. Really let it take its time. Another day down, another day of practicing, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow.